Hi everyone. This week, the book that I read is called um, The Mardi Gras Mystery by Nancy Drew, actually by Carolyn Keene, which is a Nancy Drew mystery. And I read about her boyfriend, Ned, because the main character in this story who's invited Nancy to investigate is a friend of Ned. And I kind of thought this process about when Ned was introduced into the books, and when, because I remember reading of other boyfriends she had in the beginning. I read like the first couple of stories where I thought of the first boyfriend. And then I also thought of Bess and George and when they were introduced to the story, because the first couple of books which I have begun reading, like I think the first ever mystery written by Nancy Drew was The Mystery of the Old Clock, and then there was another one that I have already reviewed, The Mystery of the Hidden Staircase. All these stories, the first few stories, meaning, have another girl who was with Nancy Drew solving these mysteries. So I was just wondering when Bess and George were introduced, because they've forever been her best friends. And if they've been best friends forever, why weren't they spoken about in the first few books? Because in Hidden Staircase, it was a different girl. I think her name is Helen something. So she was the friend that was helping Nancy Drew solve mysteries. There is a bell ringing somewhere. All right. So that's what I thought of. The mystery is a typical Nancy Drew mystery. She's gone for vacations with her friends and with Ned, and mysterious things start happening, and people are questioning who's doing this, what's happening, why is it happening, and Nancy Drew just falls into this mystery trap, and Ned's friend invites Nancy to solve the mystery for him, which she does, obviously, because that's what Nancy Drew does. She solves mysteries, and she comes up with the answer. So it's an okay story. If you're a teenager just starting into books, then Nancy Drew books are good for you, because that's how I started reading. And mystery genre is always one of the best to begin with, because they will always keep you hooked onto the story. You will want to turn pages, you will want to find out what happens at the end, or who killed who, or what happened. The why, the five whys can get answered very easily there. So if you're beginning to read, then start with Nancy Drews or Hardy Boys. If you're a boy, then you'll probably enjoy Hardy Boys more. I haven't read too many Hardy Boys. I've just read like maybe a couple of them. So I don't know, maybe I'll start after finishing my Nancy Drew. I will probably start Hardy Boys. Or maybe I'll just take a break from Nancy Drew after a bit. Let's see where this goes. But for now, if you are beginning to read, then Nancy Drews are good books to begin with, and then gradually you up yourself and bring yourself to reading bigger books like novels and larger books with more substance in them. Nancy Drews are very easy reads. They're not more than 200 pages, so you'll be able to finish the book sooner. You'll be able to enjoy the book. You'll be able to feel accomplished when you finish the book. So go ahead, give them a read. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't done that, because I'm going to come back next week, probably with another Nancy Drew, because these days I'm really enjoying reading Nancy Drews. Or I might take a break from them and read something else, but I don't know. Most likely I will continue reading Nancy Drew for now. I will see you next week. Until then, you subscribe to the channel and stick around. I will see you soon. Bye-bye.